Joining me from Nice, Serbia, Stefan Mitrovic for episode 4 of the Canucks Abroad interview series in partnership with Northern Starting 11. Steph, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about your beginnings, where it all began in Hamilton, Ontario. Can you talk a little bit about your grassroots development? Obviously, you're still very young at age 17.
Yeah, so basically, I started playing when I was 5, and from 5 I was playing like recreational, some with the soccer league, and then from there I joined Hamilton, Serbia, U8, and there I was playing for 2 years. I was playing with age groups 2-3 years older than me as well, and then from there I would go to an academy called Softly. I'd go to Softly. I played there for a year, and then Softly I went to an academy called Juvova. And Juvova was a really good academy, and I was playing there also 2 years up, and it was good. I developed a lot there, and then from there I went to the the new league OPDL. I went to the OPDL system where just the first year where it begun, Hamilton United, and I played there for a year, and from there I went to Empire Academy, and that's where I stayed for about 4 years. We had a good coaching staff from Italy, Davide and Federico, really good coaches, and I was there before I went to Serbia.
Excellent. So back in Hamilton, obviously, the coach that marked the most influence in you, that led you to the moment that you are in right now.
There was actually, I would say, a few coaches. Few coaches would be, we have a coach named Mark Beck. He was part of the staff of Empire. He helped me a lot. And definitely two coaches from Italy, Davide Masrafa and Federico Turiziani. And also I was playing in the league, the men's league CSL division. Sasha Vukovic, he was a big influence for where I am today.
That's right. The old CSL before it folded. The CSL had academies, if I'm not mistaken, no?
I'm not sure actually, but yeah, I was playing for Hamilton City the season before I left.
So, Stefan, you're 17 years old, as I mentioned before. You're now playing in the Serbian Superliga with Radniki Nic, where Milan Borjan, Champions League and Red Star Belgrade goalkeeper for the Canadian men's national team, started his career. Tell me what that's been like. Obviously, your career is just starting. You told me that after record that you signed a 4-year contract.
Yeah, so right now everything's going really good. I'm liking it. I'm playing well. The players all like me. I'm getting to know the city, and they're all good people. And yeah, it's crazy. Signed the pro contract and making my debut as well against Red Star Belgrade. That's a dream come true. I never thought this would happen so quickly. It was amazing.
For everyone that's tracking you back home, Canadian fans, as well as people close to your inner circles, obviously, I'm sure you've talked to a lot of people about the experience there. But what was the defining moment for you and maybe your family as well that you decided to leave Canada and say, I have a double passport, I'm gonna go to Europe and try my luck there and in pursuit of a dream?
Yeah, so as a dream as a young kid, I always wanted to go to Europe. And the thing that was slowing me down from that was not having a European passport, because Serbia is not part of the European Union. So I've been on many trials in Europe, and it wouldn't work out because of visas and passport issues. So I said to myself, let's start a career in Serbia and go from there.
So when did you acquire a Serbian passport? Obviously, having been born and raised here.
Yeah, so I recently got a Serbian passport, but so I could play in Serbia, but I couldn't go. I've been to on trials last year at Perugia in Italy, and yeah, there was visa problems there where I couldn't stay, and now I'm in Serbia. It's going good.
For your circumstance, the clubs that you were trialing with, you mentioned Perugia in Italy.
Yeah.
How crucial is it, because it happens a lot in the world of global football where players stay longer than perhaps they have to to play academy football, but you're playing first team football. How important is that?
Yeah, it's crucial, Playing first team football it's a different game than playing in the academy level.
Is there you mentioned Red Star Belgrade, but are you by any chance a fan of the two big clubs, Red Star and Partizan?
Yeah, definitely. Red Star, that was one of my favorite teams. It still is almost one of my favorite teams. Red Star Belgrade. And that's the team I actually made my debut against. And it was a pretty crazy feeling, actually.
So this season, you haven't obviously you've come off the bench many times. Tell me what that feeling will be like when not only you score your first goal, but I'm sure you might be as you mentioned off the record, you have in the 4-year contract you have a clause of 400,000. So
Yeah.
is it nice that you have the security of the 4-year deal that you can every year play more and more and more and more, and in hopes of moving to a higher level or a higher team?
Definitely, definitely. Having that 4-year contract, I have time to where I can improve and to show myself. We'll go step by step, and we'll go from see how everything will go.
Obviously, you're a dual citizen, as it's a common case for a lot of Canadian players. Um, Sorry to put you on the spot. Do you feel Canadian as much as you feel Serbian? You feel like the combination of the two?
Yeah, I feel both. I speak both fluently, so I feel like when I'm in Serbia, I feel like I'm at home as well. Same as where I'm here in Canada. So it's good. Everything's going good.
Excellent. Can you confirm any potential interest from Canada Soccer, that they do know that they are aware of your existence, and hopefully next year be called up to the U20 CONCACAF Men's Championship tournament?
Yeah, hopefully. I didn't get any contacts or approaches yet, but hopefully something will happen soon, and we'll just wait and see.
But you're definitely been in touch with any coaches, or there hasn't been a formal approach yet as far as the youth team goes.
Yeah, no formal approach yet, no.
Stefan, did you ever consider college, maybe NCAA in the States, or youth sports in Canada?
Yeah, I actually, a few months ago, I verbally committed to Cleveland State University in the States, so that was gonna be my plan to go to Cleveland State. But then, and then a scout came and like he saw me play and stuff, and he told me he has opportunities for me to go to Europe. So, and my dream was always to go to Europe. So instead, I took that instead of going to college.
And obviously that decision has impacts in both ways. How would you say a lot of your teammates are in, maybe how different that would have been, from playing college Division One and there. You ever talk to some of your close friends that you grew up with in the Hamilton
Yeah,
area?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. They're what I'm doing. They're liking. They said the good move to go play in Europe and follow my dream instead of going to college, where of course that wouldn't be like my main thing to do.
Hmm. But the NCAA has produced many good players, and after a 4-year career, some players, it can benefit them to not only mature but grow in the mental aspect as well. What career would you have studied in the university?
To be honest, I was thinking of doing sports management, but yeah, sports management was gonna be my study. But I was mainly focusing on soccer, so I didn't really think much about school.
Any players in the Ontario area that you grew up playing, or that you still keep in touch with today, that perhaps would be known as a Spectrum?
Let me see. That are playing in the D1, right?
No, that are playing that are known within Canadian soccer circles or abroad, like yourself as well, or even in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Milan Borjan would be one. He lives close to me. We talk. We live 5 minutes away from each other. And, yeah, he's a main guy. And, I have a friend, he's playing in England as well, Wolverhampton, Theo. No, not sure if you know him.
That's right. That's
One of my
right. Yeah,
best friends. Yeah.
he's a Romanian youth international. That's playing.
Yes, yes. Romanian, yeah.
That's right. Very very good. Can you elaborate a little bit on your friendship with with you?
Yeah, so me and him, we've been friends since we were 6, playing on the same team, being rivals, me and him were always got along together. And yeah, and our friendship's still as strong as it was before, even though we're across the world, Now we're in Europe, but still pretty far.
So for far, and in Hamilton, obviously, it's always a city that's kind of, in the eyes of many, has been sort of looked down upon because obviously you do have Toronto, where you have 5-6 million people in Hamilton, much smaller. But you can testify to the talent that is in the area. I mean,
Yeah, there's tons of talent. Yeah, a lot of talent here in Hamilton, even in the Toronto area. It's really competitive.
Take me back a little bit about when you said Borjan living 5 minutes away from your house back here, and obviously playing in the same league as him. Has he been a mentor of sorts? You guys keep in touch. He tells you kind of before you came to Serbia what to expect.
No, I didn't really talk to him recently, but yeah, I know he was playing for Red Star, and that's me and him talked after the game a bit. When I made my debut against them, and yeah, that's about it. Not too much. He didn't tell me much.
What have you heard? What have you seen at all, Stefan? If anything, from the Canadian Premier League and most notably your hometown club, Forge FC?
Yeah, man, I see it's going well. I see for the league, the level. I could tell the level is going to be getting better and better every year. It's good. I went to actually the open tryouts there, and I did very well. I made it to the last round, scored a goal in the final game. But yeah, no approach or anything. But yeah,
that got game trial ad. That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you said you didn't get a call after that trial. You said?
No one approached me. So from there, I just moved on and tried new stuff. Tried new opportunities.
Definitely have to go where the opportunities are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm sure you'd in the future, you're just getting your career started. But I'm guessing in the future it would be nice to come back home and play in front of
definitely, yeah, for sure.
But the technical quality, how different is it? Because obviously the European, there's a lot of technical ability, technical skill, as opposed to maybe the North American style. It's more physical. Maybe guys use their size more to their advantage.
Yeah, it's definitely really very technical in Europe, like in Serbia as well. It's also as physical there too, so you gotta play quick. You don't have too much time on the ball. So it's good. You gotta really turn on that brain.
Certainly. And is there something that perhaps people, let's say in continental Europe, because you did say you did spend some time on trials. That maybe the biggest difference between, let's say, Eastern Europe or the Balkans specifically and continental Europe, of how they have ways of doing things.
Yeah, so it's kind of different because when I went on trials, it was in the youth systems, But now since you're its first team, of course, it's much quicker, more physical. You gotta play faster, So it's two type of different games. But yeah, definitely you gotta be very technical and you gotta be smart, with everything.
In the in your team, in your club, do you feel at all any different than the rest of your teammates, having such a long time in North America? Because I myself, I'm also a dual national from South America, so I felt like when I went back, I felt like same but different.
Yeah. With me, I'm not too much of a difference, Soccer's soccer, So it can't be too much of a difference, So it's good. So yeah, no, I don't know much to say.
Soccer's a universal language. Stefan, can you tell me a little bit about besides this season, as the season ends, where do you come back to train? Do you stay in Serbia or do you come back home?
Yeah, so right now I'm coming back January 9th, and yeah, so we're gonna start preseason. We're gonna be going to Turkey for about 2-3 weeks, and then the second half of the season is gonna start February 15th. That's the first game of the second half of the season, and it goes on, I think, till May. And yeah.
In that preseason camp. Are you guys playing against any Super League sides?
I'm not sure about Superliga sides, but yeah, we're gonna be having some games there in Turkey, before the season starts, and hopefully everything goes good there. Yeah, we're gonna be having some friendlies.
How top do you have to finish in the table in order to play at minimum Europa League qualifying?
Yeah, so it's either you have to make it the top three. Right now we're sixth, or you can win the cup. And right now we're in the quarterfinals of the cup, and we have a good shot of winning that to go to the Europa League qualifications.
So when's that match, and what kind of result do you guys need in order to get through?
Yeah, so right now we're in the quarterfinals. The draw hasn't come out yet for the quarterfinals, but if we win the cup, then yeah, we can make it to the qualifications for Europa League. And right now we're sixth in the league, so we need to make it top three. That's
Did
the
you
first one gets the Champions League.
to encounter maybe you guys came at a different time, but a guy that is kind of his name's kind of thrown around a lot is Derek Cornelius, who did spend time in the Serbian Superliga. Did you ever speak to him by any chance, or?
No, I never talked to him before. Cornelius, no.
This is a very, very big country, of course. What obviously do you feel hurt at all that not hurt, put it that maybe sometimes you weren't picked up by anybody in Canada, but you were, that your talent was identified in Serbia. Does it feel like is it a motivator for you? And to
Definitely,
say that
definitely a motivator. Yeah, definitely a motivator because I feel like everything happens for a reason, so if it doesn't work out here, hopefully it'll work out somewhere else, so that's how I face it. And yeah.
As far as playing time goes, do you expect as the season ends to be given more of a chance keep coming off the bench as a sub?
Yeah, definitely. So every day I'm training harder and harder, fighting for a spot to play, me get minutes. And hopefully this second half of the season, I'll be coming in a lot more, playing more minutes, We'll see what happens.
Excellent. Is there anything that you'd like people to know about you specifically?
Specifically, I'm not sure.
About your career?
Yeah, so I'll tell you how it started. So I was here playing in the CSL League, and a scout came to watch. And that game, I played very well, scored 2 goals in the CSL division, the men's league. And right away, he approached my father. And then from there, he sent my video to the head coach of Righetti, and he brought me into the training. And I was performing really good the 2 weeks I was there. And right away, he wanted to sign me. So I was actually playing games also with the U19s. I had 3 games with them, and 2 of those games I got man of the match. I scored 2 goals, and yeah, from there that helped me a lot. So now I'm permanently with the first team, training every day with them, and hopefully starting to get in the minutes with the first team now.
What would you say as to, I guess, the relevance of agencies or contacts within Canada to go to European clubs? You think it would be very important, no?
Yeah, you definitely need some type of connection, agency, something, because it's kind of hard from Canada to go to Europe, So you definitely need someone to help you, promote you, do something to get your name out there, Because Canada right at the moment is getting better. Of course, we're getting a new league. The national team's getting better, but Europe is a different game there,
So you feel like Canadians are looked down upon in Europe?
Yeah, a bit.
All right, Stefan, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate everything that you told us about your story so far. You're just starting it, but we'll definitely be tracking your career as you go, and we really wish you the most success.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here today. It was nice chatting with you.